Hey everybody, a brand new episode of Whiskey Dents is on right now. Welcome back to Whiskey Dents. You're not late, but I certainly am. Sometimes life gets in the way, don't have time. I've been remodeling on the house, doing this, that, and the other thing, working 2 jobs. I have this light behind me that's pulsing like it's a disco party in here. Sorry about that, guys. A whole lot has changed. Half the fleet of pickups that I had sitting outside are gonzo. Some guy from Classic Car Revivals named David showed up and just started hauling them out of here. You'll have to check out his channel. Right now he's working on a 81 Mustang 5.0. It hasn't been on the road since like 1996. Quality content. He's pretty funny too. Kind of goofy looking, but you know, you don't really care what he looks like. We're just worried about the cars, right? Anyways, we're doing this cowl hood today. I got a few parts rounded up, some scrap sheet metal, a handle off an old push cart. You're thinking, what's he gonna do with that? And I'm like, I don't know either, but we're gonna figure it out. So, let's get the Sawzall out, some safety glasses, some hearing protection, maybe, stretch, practice some karate moves or whatever, get you in the mood, crank some tunes, whatever you gotta do to get fired up. Let's do this. So the first thing I did was mark out the center and then kind of a rough guesstimate where the actual sides are going to be. I think it's going to be a little bit too wide. It's not going to quite look right. But anyways, I'm going to lop this off at an angle so that when I set this down, it's going to be turned a little bit. So you got a little bit of an angle with the sheet metal. It'll go straight across and then angle down. The middle is going to be wide open. I'm going to cut this as well. Somewhere in here, and then I'm going to put it here so that it kind of covers the front. The reason I'm using this is because it's going to give me nice round corners and a bunch of structural stability. So it's going to make it a whole lot stronger. I'm not going to have to let it cool as much when I'm welding, at least not on this. Maybe down here, you still have to go slow. You don't want anything warping or moving on you. I don't know. It could hatch the whole hood. You may not even be able to use it afterwards if you get it too hot. So just be careful when you're doing that. I got cardboard. After I get this cut and kind of laid out where I need it, I'm going to start cutting some cardboard templates. And we'll start tacking that stuff in. Get it all trimmed up. Make it look good. All right, let's do it. One more little friendly reminder. If you're using these cutoff wheels or death wheels or whatever you want to call it, you really should have a guard on it. I don't, because I like living dangerously. Also, if you got any glass in your shop, your windows, like your garage door, like all this stuff, these sparks will absolutely tear up your glass. You'll have little tiny spots on it and you won't ever be able to get it out. You'll have to, purchase new ones or do whatever, but just a heads up. Try not to grind directly towards your glass or plastic or anything that might be flammable. You leave your shop and then, next morning you come to a burned up pile of nothing. Hopefully you got insurance. All right, that's it. Let's start working. I couldn't find any good music, so here's a little something for you. All right, never mind. Back to the video. Enjoy. So I got that cut off. Right away, I can see that I don't have enough height here. So there's a little bit of a bend right here by my thumb. I'm going to cut underneath. And I'm gonna bend that a little bit more. I'm also gonna have to take a bunch of this out so that when it's sitting here, she's nice and flat. I think it'll look a little better. I have to do the exact same thing on the other side, but I'll start with this one, get it where I want it, and then we'll go from there. Sometimes, if my pants look clean, I'll wear them for like 2 or 3 days in a row. I don't know why I do it. I guess to save water. I'm just doing my part. Anyways, that death wheel can really tear a guy up. And I really should add some pants on too. Jeez, what an amateur. All right, I have this angle cut, and then I tapered that so that it's gonna sit nice and flush. I also cut this piece. This is gonna get a little bit tricky because if you look down it, you see how it's gonna sit at an angle? Well, I'm gonna have to do the same thing with this stub piece so that it looks correct. I'm probably gonna cut the other side and then I'll get this tacked down. Then we start doing the top and side pieces. Everything's a process. You might not get the first try, but if you got a welder and a grinder, some extra material, you can get it figured out. So I got this one exactly how I want it. Now I'm going to try to mark this other one as close as I can. And if we need to manipulate it a little bit, that's fine. Like I was saying before, we got extra material, got a welder, grinder, anything else you might need. Get that lopped off, see what it looks like. Let's go! If I could work this fast in real life, all my projects would already be done. But I can't. I'm so fast.
Yeah.
Fastest guy alive.
Yeah.
Like Superman. Nobody even knew it.
Yeah.
Can you start to get an idea of what I'm trying to do here? I'm going to leave this bar just low enough so that the sheet metal will sit like right here. So it'll be nice and smooth. I shouldn't have to put any body filler on it. I mean, very minimal, if any. But that'll be my opening. This area right here. Once I get it tacked on there, I'll set it outside and we can get a look at the side profile. I think maybe I should go up just a little bit, but I don't want it to be too aggressive because I don't want that to be a focal point of anything. I just want it to be, you know, an added little touch. Subtle, nothing extreme. Okay, I got the frame tacked together. I got the sheet metal sitting on there, so you can kind of get a grasp of what I got exactly going on here. I think I'm going to cut the back of that sheet metal off, and I can start tacking this stuff on. And then I'm going to go with our sides here. I'm not tacking anything down to the hood itself yet because I don't know if I'm going to go with this design or if I want to switch it and go with something like this on the front and then just, you know, roll the edge of the sheet metal. I don't know what I want to do yet, but I really need to back up and get a good look at it once I get everything all tacked together. Who knows? I might throw it in the garbage when I'm done. We'll see. It's all tacked together, sitting on there, think it looks pretty good. I was going to start cutting these side pieces, but I ran out of the good cutting wheels. So I'm digging through the garage and I find these. I tried one and it absolutely blew apart. And I'd be willing to bet I can break this with one hand. Don't use this crap. You ever see them videos where guys got these things stuck in their face and wherever else? It's because they're using these cheap crap. Another thing, I changed my mind about this Harbor Freight welder. Junk. It struggles to tack this stuff together. I don't know, you get what you pay for, and this time I bought crap. So, anyways, I'm gonna go buy some good wheels, and I'll be right back. And go. All right, so we got this part done. Now I need to, sure is nice having a sheet metal shop at your disposal. Anyways, I'm gonna lay this out. I'm gonna mark this right about here. Do the same on this side. And clean that up. Go down at a little bit of an angle. We'll have to clean this up once we actually get the next piece of sheet metal on there. So that'll be for that. And for this one, I'm just gonna lay this on there. And I don't know. You just trace it. See what happens. Just gonna cut that out. It'll give me a rough idea. Yeah, once I get it trimmed up, I'll be able to really get a good look at it. And I'm gonna do the exact same thing on the other side. Okay, I got the side pieces all trimmed up. Look pretty good. So now I'm gonna tack these in, and then we're gonna set this outside. Take a look at it from a distance, see if we like it, see if we're just gonna throw it in the garbage, give it to somebody we don't like. I don't know, we'll see. Hey, did you guys know that 67% of all statistics are completely made up? Think about that. Okay, let's walk over and check it out. You can see that the white 64 is gone. The 62 unibody is gone. I bought that 62, immediately sold it, and this was my brother's. Anyways, what do you think of the cowl hood? Not too crazy. I think once it's the right color and with a little bit of imagination, See what I'm talking about? Could have maybe went up a little bit. But it's not bad. Kind of like it. Tell me what you think. I'm gonna drill a couple little holes in the back here. Paint it white, see what it looks like. Maybe it looks better backwards. You just pick it up a little bit. Huh? Probably not. Doesn't look terrible though. Who doesn't have a mask in their garage? Anyways, I didn't want to scare you guys because I may have shaved. Grew it back. Sorry. Anyways, next week we're going to get into the crew cab again. And then I think the week after that we're going to do a Bronco video just for fun. When you're working out in the garage, don't forget to wear the right PPE. Like, I didn't wear sleeves, so I'm all tore up. I got bleeding knuckles. You know, just take care of yourselves. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. As well as check out my brother's channel. It's called Classic Car Revival. He started off with a 1981 Mustang 5-liter. Did a whole bunch of work to it. Hasn't been on the road since 96. I think you'll really enjoy it. And then the next one he's doing is a 1954 Ford F-250 that's been sitting in a tree line since, I don't know, I was a teenager. That was a while ago. So, thanks again. See you next week. Bye. Seriously, bye. You hang up. No, you hang up first.